Right, so hello and welcome back to another weekly roundup video on Arthur TV. So last time out, we looked at some quite serious topics. We looked at the big pyrocynical scandal, and we also looked at the TGF Bros criminal law case after they flipped their car. But today's video is going to be a bit lighter. After Pyro published that Reddit post that we spoke about last time out, he actually ended up doing a follow-up video, and that kind of covered everything I would have spoken about in this week's episode, so I'll leave the link to that down below. Also, the TGF Bros' court date was a couple of days ago, but nothing's really come out about it, so there's not really much to update you guys on about that. So without any major scandals to deep dive into, instead, I thought this week we'd have a look at some of the funniest stuff I've come across lately on the internet. So first up is Perez Hilton, a 42-year-old man who broke down into tears after his TikTok account with 1.6 million followers was banned. So if you don't know who Perez Hilton is, you're not missing out on much. He's basically a celebrity blogger who earns a living off drama and scandals. He's got a blog, he's written books, he's got 2 YouTube channels, and he's got a podcast. And they're kind of all centered around stirring up drama in the influencer community. But lately, he's found himself in a scandal of his own. So a couple of days ago, he took to his YouTube channel to tell his fans that he had been permanently banned from TikTok for multiple community guideline violations. During the video, he broke down into tears and basically begged Charli D'Amelio, TikTok's biggest creator, to help him get his account back. And it is so embarrassing. Watch this.
Hey everybody, it is Perez, and some of you may have heard that I have been permanently banned from TikTok, and I don't want to seem overly dramatic, but I feel like my world is crumbling. This feels like a death to me. I have reached out to Charli D'Amelio and her family, begging them for help. If anybody could help me right now, it is Charli D'Amelio's family. And with all of the humility in the world, I grovel to them, and I pray that they can find kindness in their heart to please help me.
Now this was obviously so cringe and so extra, but as someone who makes a living off social media myself, I do kind of feel for him. Like if my YouTube channel got terminated, I'd be absolutely devastated. Not enough to cry on camera and beg a 16-year-old for help, but devastated nonetheless. Also, apparently he was earning about $3,000 a month from the TikTok Creator Fund, so that's quite a hit to take. So moving on to why he was banned. He believes he was banned from the platform due to pressure from TikTok's biggest creators because of the content he creates. It's weird that he asked Charli D'Amelio for help because she's actually one of the people that he's had drama with. It was a couple of months ago, but she basically uploaded a few TikToks of her dancing in a bikini, and he said that she was too young and basically ripped into her and also kind of tore into her family about it, saying things like she needs to cover up and her family should never have let her do that kind of thing. With all of the toxicity and drama he's created on the platform and turning small things into big controversies, a lot of the big creators don't like him very much. And also because he targets these big creators, none of their fans do either. Before he got banned, someone actually made a change.org petition to get him banned from the platform, and it got almost 250,000 signatures. Because of the way his content is, big creators just don't seem to care at all that he's been banned from the platform. There's a TikToker with about 4.5 million followers called Tatiana Mitchell, and she basically said, "I don't know, maybe it's time for you to move to Facebook or something." Although most of the fans and creators didn't seem to care, not everyone was happy with the news. A digital culture editor at Insider said, "Frankly, this is pretty disturbing to me. Perez was and is a controversial media figure, but this feels like a dangerous step towards media censorship in favour of prioritising the feelings of popular creators." And I kind of get the point he's trying to make, like, there should definitely be room for people to talk about drama and to hold influencers accountable for their actions. But I also think there's a line between criticism and harassment, and Perez obviously crossed it. I mean, a content partnerships manager from TikTok came out in an email and basically confirmed that it was nothing to do with censorship. Apparently Perez had violated multiple community guidelines for posting content including slurs, racism, nudity and hate speech, and apparently a lot of his other content did amount to bullying. Given someone at TikTok has come out and reaffirmed the decision, it doesn't really seem like he's going to be allowed back on the platform. So he came out saying, "No matter what happens, I'm still Perez Hilton. I'm bigger than any one app or any one thing. People will still seek me out and employ me and have me do things. I'm excited for the future." Not sure how he can claim to be that confident after filming a video crying his eyes out and begging a 16-year-old for help, but I think he's just saving face. Sadly though, I think he's right. I don't think this is going to be the last we're going to hear of this creepy old man. On the topic of TikTok, Charli and Dixie's family, the D'Amelios, are apparently getting their own Hulu TV series. This kind of thing is probably why Perez was so devastated that his TikTok account got banned. Like, the potential in it is absolutely crazy these days. Like, Charli seems to be absolutely everywhere at the moment, it's mad. She obviously started off on TikTok and was the first creator to pass 100 million there, but like, she's got 8 million on YouTube, she's got 35.5 million on Instagram, she even has her own Dunkin' Donuts drink. And now it seems like we're going to be seeing way more of her, because her and her family have this docu-series that are going to be following their day-to-day life. Given Keeping Up with the Kardashians turned Kylie into a billionaire, who knows how big this could be for her. Funnily enough, Perez isn't the only man that's gone viral this week for breaking down into tears over social media. There's a clip from a Twitch stream that's gone viral this week, basically showing a chat moderator absolutely losing his mind after being removed from the position.
I'm actually watching my chat and there are people being so rare. Can you time them out like...
They banned me.
Who did?
They banned me for no reason.
Dude, relax. I'll unban you, bro. It's fine, dude.
What's with these sadistic mods?
Me back in the stream and moderate the chat. If you don't want me banning them, if you just want me to...
If you fucking leave me alone and stop...
I won't ban them.
Okay, fine.
Something in this stream.
Fine. That's fine. I'll put you back, bring you back, and remod you, but you don't mention me 500 times a stream, okay?
You weren't answering my messages. I kept
It doesn't matter. I see them, dude.
Racist messages.
I don't get... Bro, you realize they're doing that because you are evoking it by calling me and doing this.
I am not evoking it.
Oh, you're not? Okay, well, that's how fucking...
I am not provoking them to do that.
Okay, well, guess what, dude? If you don't fucking... Look, bro, you're gonna have to learn your lesson. You're gonna stay banned for...
I didn't do anything wrong.
Apparently, people in the stream chat were sending racist comments, and so it was the job of the moderator, known as RuneScape Arago, to deal with that. But instead of just getting on with it, he was nagging the streamer, known as Dwayne, to get his attention. Finding his interruptions unbearable, Dwayne unmodded him, which led to the scenes that you've just seen. Apparently though, this wasn't a one-off punishment. According to a bunch of Reddit users under the post where I saw the video, the mod had been going mad with power, banning loads of viewers for apparently no reason. There's obviously something not right with the guy, because after he was removed from his position, apparently he created 110 alt accounts to stalk and harass Dwayne, basically begging him to remod and unblock him. Seeing this definitely made me appreciate my stream moderators more, so shout out to Blue and Sammy and the rest of the Twitch gang. So next up, we're on to the Paul brothers. It's honestly going to be hard to keep making these weekly drama videos without mentioning at least one of them. Today, we're focusing on Jake Paul, who found himself in a bit of an awkward position when, during an interview about his recent fight with Nate Robinson, he was asked this.
Was it racist to knock a black man out? That is the question of the week.
No, stop asking me that. I said no.
It's not racist.
It's a shitty question. It's a sport.
Why is it a shitty question? Why is it a shitty question?
Because how does this have anything to do with race? It doesn't.
It's a fine question. We got to wake you up. You got to be a part of this conversation.
That's right.
As soon as the clip went out on social media, it went viral, and the host started getting a ton of abuse. So she took to Twitter to say that she was just trolling a troll. I mean, I think they were obviously just having a joke, but it was just terribly executed. It's just a classic case of Poe's Law. Like with a number of people on the internet who try and make everything a race issue. With the clip taken out of context and without any clear indication of intent, it's literally impossible to tell who's joking and not these days. Although it doesn't help when the joke just isn't funny. That's not, however, the only ridiculous reason that Jake's made headlines this week. He's also recently made front pages for calling out Conor McGregor for a fight. A YouTuber who's beaten a couple of amateurs now wants to take on one of the best fighters in UFC history for $50 million. And to call him out for this fight, he did it in the most obnoxious Jake Paul way ever.
What the f*** is up, you Irish c***? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're j***ing off because you're sick of f***ing your wife. I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better, but happy Monday. My team sent you a $50 million offer this morning. The biggest fight offer you've ever been offered, but you're scared to fight me, Conor. You're ducking me because you don't want to lose to a f***ing YouTuber. You're 0-1 as a boxer. I'm 2-0 as a boxer. I just came off the 8th biggest pay-per-view event in history. Sign the f***ing contract, you idiots. Jesus f***ing Christ. Irish.
After the video, Jake took to Instagram to message Conor and call him out again, calling him a pussy and unfollowing everyone except from Conor McGregor's wife. In a slightly disproportionate response, apparently the Irish Mafia are now threatening to kidnap and murder him. The social media world has honestly gone mad. Now, I don't actually think that Jake Paul's a particularly bad fighter. I think anyone who follows boxing has to admit that he's got quite good technique, but he's just way in over his head ability-wise here. Even his brother Logan said this on his podcast.
I love Jake, obviously, but this one is fucking dumb. Sorry, this one is fucking dumb, dude.
The weird thing is though, this isn't the most unreasonable proposition. Because of how big these names are, YouTube boxing has actually earned tens of millions of dollars in revenue in the last few fights. And recently, out of nowhere, Jake's brother Logan, who even lost his fight against KSI, has announced that he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, who's absolutely in the same league as Conor McGregor. Although I'm not a fan of Jake and probably wouldn't want to see him make that amount of money, I'd actually quite like to see this fight. He's getting so cocky at the moment. Like, look at this clip.
Excuse me, sick car.
What do you want, bro?
Sick car. I'm sorry. What do you do for a living?
Shut the fuck up, bro. I body the fuck out of you, bro.
He obviously just really needs knocking down a peg, and who better to do it than someone who can not only outfight him, but can also out-talk him. With all of the trash in today's video, I thought I'd like to end on a bit of a high note, so I'd like to introduce you guys to Maggie. Maggie was shot 17 times, had her ear cut off, and endured horrible pain at the hands of her former owner, all whilst pregnant. She was found abandoned in Lebanon, tied to a box, and left to die. But despite all of that, her spirits weren't broken. She was rescued and is now a fully qualified therapy dog. She now spends most of her days spreading love and happiness to some of the world's humans who need it most. And when she's not comforting people, she likes to spend her time at home, cuddling up against her sister Mishka. Good dog doesn't even come close. Well, that is unfortunately all we have time for today. So if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to subscribe down below so you don't miss the next one. As always, the links to my Instagram, Twitter, and other social media will be down below. So feel free to drop me a follow to keep up with the channel, help me decide what future videos to make, or just say hi in between uploads. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.